A byproduct of the Elder Scrolls' astoundingly rich and intricate lore is that there are often occurrences throughout the games which are wrought in mystery. A lot is left up to the player to either take at face value or investigate further on their own. It's these moments that really show off the immense detail that goes into this living, breathing world. So in this video, we're going to put on our tinfoil hats and speculate about 5 of Skyrim's biggest unsolved mysteries. Let's get right to it. Winterhold, that small and desolate town in the far north of Skyrim, was once a major city of the province, and the home of the majestic magic college was once prosperous. However, in the 122nd year of the Fourth Era, just under 80 years prior to the events of Skyrim, the Great Collapse happened. A natural disaster unlike anything seen before struck the coastal city. A series of seemingly never-ending storms surged to the thriving city until it eroded most of the place, washing it away into the Sea of Ghosts. Somehow, the college remained unharmed, and as if by magic, the erosion carved a cape into the cliffside, sparing the institution. There is no canon explanation for this phenomenon, yet there are many theories. Some theories suggest that this certainly has something to do with the Augur of Dunlane, the once gifted Breton student of the College of Winterhold who ascended into an aura of magical power as a result of a daring and ambitious yet hazardous experiment. Supposedly, his soul became fused with the energies around the college, and since then he has been a source of almost omniscient wisdom. This unnatural attempt at ascension or transformation to godhood may have caused the collapse. Another commonly held theory, which is slightly more plausible, is that large collectives of gifted magic users often affect the weather like it did to the Somerset Isles during the War of the Isle. But can that attest to the intensity of the disaster? One thing we do know is that to the common Nord, the collapse was definitely the result of magic, as the practice is somewhat frowned upon by the locals. Maybe we'll find out the true cause in the future. Our next unsolved mystery is the origin story to the Thieves Guild member named Rune. Rune seems like your standard Imperial thief until you get to know him a little better. It turns out that he doesn't actually know his birth name, as his father found him as a young boy in the wreckage of a ship just off the coast of Solitude. Things get peculiar when you hear that his only possession at the time was a smooth stone inscribed with strange runes. No one Rune has ever encountered has been able to explain the meaning of the symbols carved into the stone. Regardless of how much you search the coast of Solitude or how many nooks and crannies you check across Skyrim, it's impossible to find any concrete leads. His character is believed to be an Easter egg for the Rune video game, so maybe it's simply a nod to that, but I find it hard to believe that that's the end to Rune's story. Unsolved mystery number 3, Phalion, the Court Wizard of Morthal. From title alone, there isn't much question when it comes to this mage, but upon closer inspection, it turns out there is far more to him than meets the eye. For one, he is seemingly far more powerful than your average court wizard. He was the former conjuration master at the College of Winterhold before leaving at his own discretion to take on other projects. And with conjuration, you can never be quite sure how pure a mage's intentions are. Also, Phalion is the mage you go to in order to cure vampirism. His ability to restore life to your undead form by tapping into the realms of oblivion is just one sign of his underestimated power. So what is the powerful mage up to exactly? Surely he's not just chilling in Morthal helping locals with their petty problems. The townsfolk of Morthal have accused him many times of wrongdoings like killing children and eating the hearts of the dead, while his adopted daughter hints that she often has bad dreams of him fighting monsters while she sleeps. What really makes things fishy is Phalion's comment that he has met the Dwemer, a claim that would suggest he's in touch with mortals wiped from Tamriel thousands of years ago. But Phalion's unique ability to cure vampirism seems to hint at something more significant. Maybe the intervention of a Daedric prince. Molag Bal, the creator of the disease, once offered a cure to a mortal in exchange for a cursed soul gem. Perhaps a similar situation is happening when Phalion cures you. Alternatively, he may have been connected to Vaymina, as she held the cure Molag Bal promised the mortal. Although the only backing for this potential connection is Vaymina's affinity with dreams and Phalion's adopted daughter's nightmares. And now unsolved mystery number 4, Grendel. Grendel is a Dwemer ruin located in the far east of Skyrim. What separates this ruin apart from the rest is the presence of an interesting orb of light acting as the centerpiece to a large chamber. This orb is an elaborate trap. Interacting with it sends you plummeting through the floor until you crash into the water in an underground cavern. But why such an intricate and mystical design for such a simple mechanism? One thing that does seem noteworthy is the presence of 2 dead bodies by the orb. No blood, no obvious wounds, just men who dropped dead. If it's related to the orb, why didn't they fall to their death through the trap? Or maybe the orb examines the men who stand before it, acting as a gatekeeper for those worthy of continuing. Maybe your soul was scanned and you passed the test due to your dragonborn soul. Maybe what lies beneath the trap was a work in progress, some kind of exclusive access, well-protected city or temple. There are also remains of large creatures, potentially dragons, on the way down the tunnel. Whether it is in fact a gatekeeper or if it is some overly designed trap, we can't say, but either way, it's pretty intriguing to ponder. Our fifth and final unsolved mystery is one that requires the Dragonborn to become a grizzled and seasoned living legend. Upon reaching level 80, a mysterious red guard known as the Ebony Warrior will approach the Dragonborn, covered head to toe in armor as black as pitch, wielding the Ebony Bow of Winter and the Ebony Sword of the Vampire. It turns out that this warrior has lived a glorious life of trials and tribulations, and his last objective is to be sent to Sovngarde by a worthy adversary. And that is why he sought out the Dragonborn. He will issue the challenge and then await the Dragonborn at the last vigil in the Velothi Mountains. Almost nothing is known about this mighty Redguard, and he offers little explanation about his identity. When you think of a Redguard warrior dressed in all shining black armor, the first theory that comes to mind is a potential link to Raymond Ebenarm, also known as the Black Knight. Ebenarm is the Yakutan god of war, companion, and protector of all warriors. The similarities between the two are undeniable, although their appearances are vastly different. The Ebony Warrior has cropped hair and brown eyes, while Ebenarm is depicted as having flowing hair and steel blue eyes. Also, Ebenarm's right arm is fused to his ebony sword, so if there's to be any validity to this theory, the Ebony Warrior must be an incarnation of Ebenarm, not Ebenarm himself. Subscribe to FudgeMuppet for more Skyrim content just like this, and give the video a like if you enjoyed the video. Share your thoughts with us on these mysteries in the comments and interact with us on Twitter. Links to our accounts are in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Scott, and I look forward to nerding out with you again very soon.